Several days ago, a young man came to look for me and said he wanted to learn traditional Chinese culture. He told me that he's impetuous. I told him frankly that he didn't fulfill the criterion required for being a student. He asked me why. The criterion for being a student is to be able to attain meditative concentration. Impetuousness will result in the inability to achieve success in learning, be they worldly dharmas and transcendental dharmas. Thus, what does the traditional teaching method of the Chinese teach us since ancient times? They educate us to become calm and composed from young, and behave like a younger adult. We can see this from 弟子规, Guide to a Happy Life. Hence, most people nowadays can't really comprehend traditional Chinese culture. They think that children should be lively and active, and such behavior is a proof of childlike innocence. If we follow the ancient Chinese and teach every single child to be so honest, with such education, how would the child be able to cope with the society in the future? When we listen to such words, they seem very logical. However, they aren't justifiable in actual fact. Children should learn to be mature. With meditative concentration, one will possess wisdom, so he's equipped with the ability to deal with contemporary society. Western education can't achieve this, because the focus is on the development of skills and knowledge. Thus, nowadays, foreigners think of seeking wisdom in China through traditional culture, and in India through Buddhism. Perhaps it has become a trend in this century, and the ancient Chinese saints and sages are becoming more and more popular. I heard that the US Congress has passed a bill that fixed Confucius's birthday as Confucius Day. On this day every year, there'll be a holiday to commemorate Confucius. The number of people who read Confucius's books and learn about his wisdom is increasing. This is a positive phenomenon. If Confucianism can be revived, so can Buddhism. Why is this so? In Buddhism, after Shakyamuni Buddha entered Nirvana, his disciples promoted the teaching in different places. In some places, Buddhism disappeared in less than a century. In other places, it remained for 6 to 7 centuries, and in some other locations, it lasted for over 1,000 years. Only in China has Buddhism really taken root and become integrated with Chinese culture. This makes sense because Buddhism is about the way of a teacher, which is built upon the foundation of filial piety. For thousands of years, the Chinese have taught their descendants filial piety and love and respect for siblings. They taught the values of being filial towards parents and serving one's teachers. This is hugely beneficial for Buddhism. Buddhism needs this nutrient to thrive and bear fruit. Thus, the achievements in Chinese Buddhism generation after generation were far greater than those in India. This is the reason. Buddhism is in decline now. What's the reason? Confucianism is declining. Confucianism is no longer able to support Buddhism. In Buddhist terms, this support is called Dharma protection. We were born Chinese and have the conditions to come into contact with the traditional culture. Speaking of traditional culture, we can't separate it from Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. ethics and moral education are found in Confucianism. The education of causality is found in Taoism, and the great compassion is found in Buddhism. Compassion is the education of eliminating delusion and achieving enlightenment. It's the most perfect education. It's much more convenient for the Chinese to learn traditional Chinese education as compared to foreigners, because it's the local culture after all. Foreigners are putting in extra effort to learn it, and this has influenced us as well. When we see so many people learning it and commending it, we'd also look back and reaffirm its value.